What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We have been asked by so many people why we ended up in Puerto Morelos, so we wanted to share a little bit of this city with you, and after you watch this you will clearly understand why we chose here to settle in for the next 6 months. So when we were headed to Mexico, our intention was to come somewhere in the Yucatan Peninsula on the Caribbean side of Mexico. We wanted white sand, crystal blue turquoise water. That was what we always imagined. And there's a ton of different places along this coast where we could have settled in. Most people are pretty familiar with Playa del Carmen and Cancun. And the cool thing about Puerto Morelos is it is literally right in the middle of both of those cities. So it's like we have the best of both worlds. We can drive 30 minutes north or 30 minutes south and be in a very touristy area with plenty of things to do. But we've got the convenience of living in a small town and not having a whole lot of crazy tourist stuff going on, and having a little bit more peace and calm in our city.
Yeah, one of the great things about Puerto Morelos is, like Don was saying, is all the resorts and major, hot spots for tourists. And not saying that there's not tourists here where we are, but we don't have all of the major resort stuff going on here. So the traffic here is so much less. And another thing in Cancun and Playa, the beaches aren't really all that accessible unless you are staying. Like in Cancun, they have the hotel zone. In Playa, they have the downtown area with 5th Avenue. So you have to really kind of be staying downtown or actually at a resort to really get to enjoy the beach. But here with Puerto Morelos, it's a totally different story. They have this one main road that runs into the beach, right? It's on the port side. I think it's about a 2-mile stretch. It's just like a road they cut through the jungle. It takes you, and then down when you get down to the port side, there's many places you can go down to the beach, and the beach is just wide open, right? No big resorts, no, what is it? What's the word I'm looking for? There's not salesmen everywhere. Nobody's trying to hassle to sell you something, or a tour, a jet ski, or a trip to the pyramids. It's very laid back. Of course, there is a lot of tourists, but there's also a lot of locals enjoy the beaches here. A lot of expats like us.
We are beach people, and we wanted the beach, and the beach here was very easy for us to access and just go and hang out for the afternoon, swim, snorkel. There's tons of dive shops here, and actually this area has one of the biggest coral reefs.
The second largest coral reef.
Second largest in all of the world. And we love diving, so why would we be anywhere else other than an amazing place to go diving?
Yeah, I forgot about talking about all that. So the thing about the diving here is it's it's not just beat to death from just mass tourism like it is in Cancun and Playa. And so we're going to be bringing you some videos of our diving experiences here in Puerto Morelos. We haven't had them yet, but they're coming.
Yes, they are. port side. Now that's where you see a lot of tourists, you see a lot of expats, things are a lot more expensive. But like Greg said, there's this 2-mile road cut in between the jungle, and when you leave the port side and you head towards the main highway that takes you either to Playa or Cancun, that's what separates Puerto Morelos from what they call the port side or the beach side from La Colonia, and we stay over in the La Colonia area.
Yeah.
So this is where more of the locals stay. There are a lot of expats, so even the touristy area is still kind of far away from where we are, so it's a lot more settled here in this area. And the cool thing about Puerto Morelos is there's not a whole lot of chain stores here. There's not a lot of Americanized fast food and Starbucks and things like that here. There are just a couple of small grocery stores. There are chains that you see all throughout Mexico. And besides that, there's not a whole lot of stores, a lot of shopping. There are people with their own little shops, a lot of local people who have shops where you can go, and they might have shoes and handbags and clothes and things like that, and it's all local people. It's not big chain stores, so it's really an easy place to make sure that when you're spending your dollars, you're spending it locally, and you're sharing the dollars that you're spending with the locals rather than just feeding a whole lot of chain stores.
Yeah, another cool thing is that, you know, we're talking about the main highway that runs all the way from top of the Yucatan Peninsula all the way to Belize. This is what separates Puerto Morelos from the port side and the colonial side. And it's where we live. We're only 4 miles from the beach. So we loaded the car up. You know, we bought us a beach umbrella and our chairs and got all of our stuff. So, because that's what we're doing. You know, we're going out and hanging on the beach, working on our tan, and you know, hop in our car and we're down there in 10 minutes. It's great. It's very safe. We don't ever think of anything that's going to come up missing from where we are. Mexico has a bad rap that is just not true about being dangerous. It's not at all. And we have traveled all over through Mexico, you know, away from tourist cities and whatnot, and encountered nothing that would make us scared for us to be here.
Everybody is so friendly and kind and helpful. Because as we've probably said in other videos, Greg and I don't know the language very well. We're learning and we're growing in that area. But people are so willing to help us figure out the words that we're trying to say. And we've just encountered nothing but welcoming, friendly people everywhere we've went. And when we first got to Puerto Morelos, we had an Airbnb in the neighborhood that we're in now.
Yeah.
And we fell in love with this neighborhood. It is quiet and calm and very safe, like Greg was saying, and there are just kids playing in the street, you know, riding their bikes, coming down to the pool, and it's just a very family-friendly neighborhood, and that was something that we just were like, we have to have a place here. We did a whole lot of searching and asking around and trying to find a more permanent spot in this neighborhood because it's perfect for Layla. It's easy to take her walking around, because in Mexico, a lot of the neighborhoods, it's not super friendly to walk your dog. It's dog friendly here everywhere. People have dogs, but sometimes it can be really hard to find a good place to walk your dog and, you know, let them go do their business and stuff like that. So it's really good for that here. All right, guys, so if you have any questions about Puerto Morelos, if there's anything that we left out talking about that you're curious about, put it in the comments below and give us a thumbs up. And make sure you're subscribed and you're hitting the notification bell so you get notifications when our next video comes out.
Yeah, and again, we've had a few more people donate to our Buy Us a Coffee account, and we want to say thank you so much. We truly appreciate it. And man, it's just a great feeling to know that people are appreciating what we're doing. So thank you so much, guys.
Yes, we're forever grateful for those of you who support us by watching, by donating, and it allows us to keep doing what we're doing. So thank you guys so much, and we will see you in the next video.
Swimming pool.
Whoa. chair breaking.
Butt's cramping.
Oh, mosquitoes. Mosquitoes.